then go from there. The next thing is is the agreement in principle, decision in principle. You can either do it while you're looking for the property or afterwards, or however it works. Once you've viewed the property, and also in the workbook that I've told you about, there is a checklist there of what you're looking for when you're viewing a property. What I like to say is, as you walk up to the property, first you're looking at the outside. Does the garden seem to be, need work? The steps going up to it, what's the front door like? Remember, when you're moving in, you will have to change those locks. Do they look like they're going to be expensive as you walk into the property? People don't like it, but you have to be thorough. So I open all the cupboards, I check that the carpet, what state the carpet's in, what state the walls are in, and then I go into each room one by one and kind of imagine myself being there. And I have and I can provide this for you as well. At the top of each column, it has all the things that I look for, and then it has the rooms down the side, and then it also has one property per tab, and then a summary. Because I know when I was viewing properties, I was viewing sort of 5 or 10 in a day, so it starts to get a bit confusing. You can record videos as long as they don't mind, take photos, anything to sort of, so you can remember which property's which and what you found out about it. Always ask them why they're selling. Always try and find that information out, because that could speak volumes. The one mistake I think I made with the first property I ever bought is I only viewed it once. You should always view it a couple of times, and even go there in the evenings. You don't actually have to go into the property, but sort of drive around the area and see what it's like at night and things like that. Me especially, and I was single, I should have really checked out the area. So that's something. Then when you're how many other people are putting in offers, what's the competition like, maybe do some research of other properties and how much they've sold in the area and that kind of thing. Once you put the offer in, obviously you have to wait and see how that goes. Again, they may want your decision in principle, application in principle, to back up that offer, to say yes, that you're doing that. Once the offer's accepted, then you go back to a mortgage advisor and they will do a mortgage application. So right at the very, very beginning, when you're actually looking for a property and you're doing the decision in principle, the mortgage advisor may do a decision in principle for you with a certain lender. But then after the offer's accepted, make sure that the mortgage advisor then reruns it, because by rerunning it, interest rates change all the time, basically. So, 2 weeks ago, there are certain banks that had a certain interest rate that they don't have now. So you just need to make sure that you are keeping an eye, or your mortgage advisor is being very proactive and keeping an eye on this, because certain deals, like interest rates, there's a few interest rates that are going down tomorrow. So it's like, just need to keep a constant eye on, last week there may be a certain lender which is the best deal for you, and then this week it's slightly different. When you're looking at mortgages, and this is a whole different chapter, but anyway, when you're looking at mortgages, it isn't just about the interest rate. You could have a really low interest rate and then you're being charged, a booking fee for getting that interest rate of several £1,000s. I've seen some ridiculous ones. I saw one and the interest rate was like 2 point something, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. But then when I saw the booking fee, it was £17,000. So you really need the total cost of the mortgage, not just what the interest rate is. I know a lot of people are like, what's the interest rate? But there's more to it than that. And then what's thrown into the mortgage? Do you get a free valuation? Do you get free conveyancing? Now, when I talk about valuation, there is it's a survey. Now, there are 3 different types of surveys, broadly speaking. The first one is a valuation. Now, they could do a drive-by, they could do a desktop. What I'm saying is it's literally just one piece of paper, not very detailed, and it says, is this property worth what it's saying it's worth, basically. So that's that. And then the next level up is the home buyers. This I think is very popular and very user friendly, and it does like a traffic light system. So it will look at the electrics, it will look at the plumbing and that kind of thing, and it will say, you know, green means good to go, amber means some minor issues, and red means some major issues. So you can sometimes take that report back to the person that you're buying from, so go to the seller and see if you can renegotiate, but it doesn't always work very well. So they've normally included that in the price already. So it depends. And also, if you've got competition and other people are interested in the property, sometimes you just have to cut your losses. You really do need to think about it. Some offer free legal, but generally speaking, that's normally just with remortgages. But again, it does depend. And the other thing is, you know, I get a lot of my clients that have the free legal and then they just complain about how long it is. I mean, you get what you pay for, right? If you're paying your solicitor, you can be ringing them on a regular basis, messaging them and saying, you know, where are you with X, Y, and Z. If it's free service, it's really difficult to kind of put the pressure on and sort of say, where are you with X, Y, and Z? Because I mean, at the end of the day, you're not paying for it, so it's a bit difficult to sort of, you know, get them to be interested and things like that. So the next thing in your affordability, then you're speaking to